One, when you and Trav started the podcast, now y'all right at the top of the food chain with podcasts. Are you surprised at the success? Are you pleasantly surprised how well the public has received your podcast?
Oh, very much so. I mean, similar to you guys, when we first started talking about doing it, we had seen some other guys and we ended up doing it. And it's just so much fun just talking to your brother. Like, to me, it doesn't feel like work. Like, I'm just going to go here.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to get to be stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to be stupid with my brother. And that's one of the things I think that I like about the show is, like, we're not going to take it too seriously. We're just going to have fun, give frames of reference on stuff that comes up organically. And am I amazed at the success it's had? Absolutely. I never thought in a million years it would get to where it was, even in year one. We just were like, hey, we're just going to try this out, see what happens. And we just so happened to do it the first year. We both go and play each other in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage. And it was an unbelievable journey. Right the first year we started it. Second year, my brother goes to the Super Bowl again. Obviously, his dating life factors into a whole new fan base tuning into the show. So there's a lot of things that like coincided with the show being successful. But I think the thing that I enjoy the most is just, it's a reason for me to sit down every week and talk with Trav. And we get to talk to some amazing people, right? We got to talk to Charles Barkley, a guy who Travis stole his name after. We get to talk to Adam Sandler. We get to shed our viewpoint on the game. Players, it's awesome because you get to control that narrative too. A lot of the times, as you guys often, like in the media, are controlling the narrative. Well, now players have more of a platform to say what's happening out there than anybody. And that's a hell of a tool if you can utilize it in the right way. So it's been nothing but great. Are there times where you don't want to do it? When, for us, the last part of my last year, where we went on a 7-game out of 8-game losing streak, that I want to do the podcast and go up there and talk about how terrible we were? No, I didn't want to do that. But you do it because, the fan base that has showed up has earned it, and you get to correlate what you think you can to improve. But it ain't fun when it's happening like that, that's for sure. But by and large, love doing it with my brother. And it's caused us to even become closer. He has gone and been massively successful in Kansas City, and we've been apart for so long. Now, all of a sudden, we've been brought back together through this, which has been great.
So that was my next question. I can't remember where I read it, that y'all never really talked as much until you started doing the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we're brothers. We would text each other every once in a while. I'll call them, obviously, on the big days. We were always in group chats, you know what I mean, with like former teammates of ours, their high school buddies or whatnot, where you're sending videos or commenting on stupid things happening in the world, stuff like that. But, to sit down for once a week to have a meaningful conversation about what's happening in his life, what's happening in my life, what's happening with our teams, what's happening in the NFL or in the world. I mean, that was not the case.